All right. Yo, get back on here for a little bit to talk about this fight. I know we didn't really get into it this week, but we got to talk about this one because this is a big one, and it is coming up in a few hours, 8 hours, man. Not 24 hours, but 8 hours. Remember, we're looking at Singapore time, so we are not too far away from this big flyweight fight. I'm surprised this ain't the co-main event though. I am. I'm surprised they didn't put this one as a co-main. I think it's like the second fight on the main card. Marcus Bell, what's up? Yeah, I think it's the main. It's on the main card, but I believe it is like the second fight in. So it should be like 8:30 in the morning. So yeah, we about to let's get into this one, man. Let's talk about. Hold on one second. Fixing my email. All right, let's talk about this fight a little bit here, man, because this could be a possible title eliminator. This is a this is a big one for Taila and Blanchfield. They both been chasing this fight, so we're gonna talk a little bit about it. Yeah, what's up, Marcus Six? What's up, Robot Chickens? Yeah, man. With this fight, I'm not even gonna pick in this one because, like I said, this one is two fighters I like both. I like both the same. Six said who you rocking with. Just as soon as I said that, I'm not picking in this one, man. I mean, I've said in the past that I give the edge to Tyler, and I give her the edge for good reason. Like if I had to pick, but I'm really not going in like with a confident pick like for either one. It's not like I'm rocking for either one in this because over the other because I like both of them. They were both part of my threat list, and they both made it to the top. And yeah, either one's good to me. This was like a made the best fighter win out of this situation at this point. May the better fighter win. I mean, right off top, I mean, what about you? Who do you got, man? I mean, I know a lot of people are picking Santos. I think a lot of the hardcore fans are. But word is Erin Blanchfield's actually the favorite. That's what I heard. I haven't really checked the odds on this one, but it's looking like Erin is looking like the favorite. I don't know. They that's the reason I picked both of them to be like a threat to the division because they both have like a danger factor to them and they both have a well-rounded skill to them. I think the one thing that puts Tyler over the edge is because she's bigger, stronger, and she gave Valentina a good fight, and she's done a little bit of everything. But I think Erin is growing too. Like every fight I've seen Erin do something new. That's what makes her dangerous. Kind of like what we've been seeing with Wei Lee. She's always doing something new in her fights. Like every fight isn't the same approach. She's always had to do something different to get the win. And that's what makes her a danger to Taila Santos. She might show Tyler something we never seen before. It's something that can throw Tyler off because they, and by they I mean her team, Erin and her team, they grow and they give her some good advice in the corner. They keep her in the fight. They keep her in the fight and they actually watch what her opponent is doing and what she's doing wrong and what she needs to keep on doing. So to me, Erin has a good chance to win this one. That's why I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna sit back and watch this. I watched them both get to the top. That's good enough to me. And I like them both. So either one of them is good as far as whoever can get it done close or dominant or finish. Well, word is Erin's looking for a finish. Erin is looking for a finish in this fight. She says she's looking to go in there and get the finish. She wants to get a dominant win to get a title shot. and so does Taila Santos. I mean, that's what their interviews have really been about, right? Seems like everybody's asking questions about who they're gonna fight next. I'm like, come on, let's talk about them. Let's talk about their opponents, like the person that they got to fight Saturday. They keep on asking, who's next for you? Is it gonna be Grasso or Shevchenko? We don't know yet because that fight is a month away. They still got a task at hand. We don't know if Tyler's gonna win this fight. We don't know if Aaron's gonna win this fight. So when they keep asking those questions, I'm like, come on, man, just ask them something different. Like, who do you think's? Well, they did ask whose grappling is better. Because I think Erin said her grappling is better. They asked her that, and then they went back to Tyler and said, Erin said her grappling is better. Tyler smiled. She was like, okay, we'll see. We're gonna see whose is better. So I think we might see a fight that goes to the ground. I wouldn't be surprised again if these two fighters respect each other enough to cancel it out and they try to outstrike each other. Really, I would. Robot Chicken said this fight is 50-50. Santos with no coaches is a red flag to me. 6 said Aaron looking more compacted and bigger than Tyler in the weigh-ins. Yes, y'all weighted by just a pound. I'm surprised Tyler is 124.5. She is looking a little bit more solid. Gabby said both have the same experience within the UFC. Yeah, they do. I would give Tyler the edge. I give Tyler the edge as far as experience because the level of competition. Like if I had to pick, like if I had to really, really nitpick on whose experience was more, I think Tyler is just because she got 5 rounds with the champ. But Erin, she's got in some good fights too, because each one she gets better. 6 said I'm going with Erin. Robot Chicken said Erin has been more active. Erin is a dog. He said he got Erin via submission win. 6 said Tyler been inactive for a while. Yeah, she's been inactive for over a year. Erin got that youth behind her. Yeah, all that is good. All those are pluses for her. James said, Combo Santos won't have as much time to rehydrate as she did against Bullet. She won't be as big. I got Erin. Yeah, she well, the weigh-in was about the same time off. It was just Singapore time, right? So she should have time to put something on. But the thing is, Erin did come in and make weight, and she does get a little thicker herself, so that's the one thing people have to look out for. Erin, her strength is underrated. People don't really see her as being strong, but Erin is strong too. 6 at what's next if Valentina loses to Grasso again? Ooh. Well, if Valentina loses to Grasso again, I mean, she gonna have to fight down if she sticks around. And we know Grasso's gonna either fight the winner of this fight or she's gonna be fighting Rose versus Manon, right? Robot Chicken said, respect to you. You picked Lamos, but you still not taught to give credit when it's due. That's what I makes you top shelf WMMA radio. I'm picking Manon if Rose wins. I can't deny greatness. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well, I picked Lamos, but I could see Whaley winning too. You know what I mean? Like when I pick somebody, Robot, it's not because I hate another fighter. You know what I mean? Like I pick them because sometimes I like to go for the underdog, or if I think they have a particular style that can upset somebody, I'm gonna rock with them. Or if I just believe in them because I've seen them go through the right improvements and adjustments, then I'm gonna pick them. But if they lose, if they lose to a more than worthy opponent, I'm like, more power to them. I don't cheerlead for. Me personally, I don't cheerlead for one fighter. I don't cheerlead. Well, I have my favorites, but I don't particularly just cheerlead and say I hate another fighter. I want my fighter to win because I hate another fighter. Lamos and Whaley, it didn't matter to me. Really, it didn't matter. Like if Whaley wins, that's great. That means she's gotten better. Because I think if Lemos knocked her out, I would be like, okay, I told you, Lemos won. But I would be feeling bad for Wei Li at the same time because the girl works hard. Like if Wei Li got knocked out, I'd be like, man. And the thing is, I I believe that Wei Li, if she lost the Lemos fight, she would lose a lot of fans again. People would talk mad trash about her. See, everybody riding with her now when she's winning. I ride with her when she win or lose because I picked. This is the first time I picked against Wei Li. It's the first time I ever picked against her. But the minute she'll lose, people they'll start putting her down, saying, "Oh, she didn't do this. She never was this good. This, that." They won't give Lemos her props with that. So I don't. I really, don't have any hard fight feelings with this fight. This was how it was supposed to be. The best fighting the best. Dark Shadow said Tyler via TKO. He said Erin's overrated. No, I wouldn't say Erin's overrated. TKO is possible though. I mean, TKO is possible. TKO is possible. But Erin's not an overrated fighter. I mean, Tyler's got the power to get it done. But Erin's definitely not an overrated fighter. I mean, look at the resume. Look at her resume before she got to the UFC. She's a legit fighter. Six said Valentina would still be a problem for 90% of the division. Yeah. Let me see. James said, but she fights 20 hours earlier than she did against Bullet. Unless she weighs in 20 hours earlier in the fight, she'll have 20 less hours. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, that's Singapore time. That messes everything up. So she might not come in fully rehydrated, and you might see Erin being there a little bit stronger than normal. Erin got that Renzo Gracie training. Yeah, she's legit, man. Since she was like 15, 16, or younger than that. Dark Shadow said Andrade slumps Erin in the rematch. Oh, no, never. I don't think so. James Press, Andrade is done. Yep. Six said Andrade ain't slumping nobody but Dern. I don't even think she's going to slump Dern. Running Rini in the building. Gabby said this fight will go down similar to Erin. It could go down similar to Erin versus Miranda. Maybe if like James, if James is saying is true as far as the weight issue, like if she can't rehydrate, it could be similar. But I think if it is similar to that and her jiu-jitsu is on point, Erin might win the grappling exchanges, but I don't think she'll submit her because people don't give Miranda enough credit, but Miranda was able to defend and neutralize some of Erin's positions. She was getting out grappled, but she never got fully in full. She was never in full control to submit Miranda because if she was, it would have went by submission, right? James said, my man Andrade, he said, yeah, Andrade, Andrade ain't hitting on nothing right now, man. Let me see. He said Erin has only one finish against Andrade. Well, no, she got a couple of finishes. She's got finish over Molly McCann, JJ Aldridge. She's finished some other fighters. Santos won't be as big as you'll see. He said that will play a big part in the outcome. I think Erin will be more active on the feet. Santos can still win, but I got a feeling Erin takes it. We'll see. Easy people in their MMA mad time picking. Just because she gave Val a good fight doesn't mean Erin won't rock her snot box. But Erin's hands are getting better. People don't give enough credit for them hands. Them hands are getting better. Them hands are definitely getting big, a lot better. Robot said if Andrade loses to Dern, she should retire. I think so. Close one said Kareem versus Barber. Who would I pick? I think I would pick. I think I would pick Kareem Silva against Macy Barber. Because as much as I like what Macy Barber's doing, I think Macy sits back a little too much sometimes, and she still gets taken down. Andrea Lee was taking her down. Who else took her down? I know somebody else took her down a couple of times. Amanda Ebos did, yeah. Before she stopped Amanda Ebos, And if Kareem Silver takes Macy Barber down, I think it's over. It's going to be a totally different ball game. So I would pick Kareem Silver over Macy Barber. Yeah, I would. I think the power in that fight would be about the same. The connections, who could rock who first. But if it goes to the ground, I got Kareem Silver winning all day. But Barber's game, I don't. It won't. I don't think that fight will go the distance though. Barber be getting put on her back too. Right when I be rooting for Barber, which I like Macy Barber. Don't get me wrong. Like I like what she's turning into. Right when she starts getting into a groove, she be right on her back, man. And I'll be like, oh man, here we go. She about to lose. But she comes back. Ebos put her on her back. Grasso put her on her back. Roxy put her on her back. Andrea Lee put her on her back. She's got some good get up game, but I don't think she'll be able to scramble up against Kareem Silver. I think when she tries to scramble, Ebos is going to snatch that knee up, or she'll get a guillotine just like she did with Marina Moreau. And Marina Moreau is a hell of a lot better on her back than Macy Barber is. Dern and Andrade might be 50-50 if Dern wants to slug it out. She'll be dumb if she stays on the feet with Andrade, though. I think she might hit her a couple of times, hit Andrade a couple of times, and then go straight for a takedown. She won't spend too much time there. Because I agree, Macy gets taken down too much and Kareem will jump on her neck. Yeah, she'll jump on her neck, or she might pop that knee. It's going to be the knee or the neck in that fight. So I don't think Macy wants that fight anytime soon. Runner Reed said, why doesn't Andrade just take a nice long vacation, do some retraining? She needs to. She really needs to. MMA Art, what's up? Dark Shadow says Suarez would also sub Dern. Dern's grappling isn't that great. I agree with that. I agree because, yeah, when it comes to Mackenzie Dern's submission game, she couldn't even submit Angela Hill. You know, she didn't submit Angela Hill. She couldn't submit Tisha Torres. Tisha Torres defended it well, so I still think Tatiana Suarez would have success in getting out of some of her submissions even quicker than Tisha Torres was able to. And I thought Tisha won that fight. Andrade got Chinese by Yan. You mean chin check or just Chinese? You mean chin check? Autocorrect said got Chinese by Yan. Yeah, she's Chinese. Maybe you mean chin check. Easy said, who's excited to see Savannah Marshall in PFL? Not me. Because I know as soon as they put her in there with the low-level girls, man, they put her in there with Librock might head kick her and knock her out. Then Clarissa Shields will come back and get worked if she don't start working her ground game. Yeah, beating Andrade is not like it's not a big thing anymore. It really ain't. Okay, so she got chin. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this fight a little bit here, man. Erin and Santos, as far as what fighters need to do in this one. If I had to look for key to victory for Taila Santos, to me, I think Taila needs to, first of all, not be stingy. You know, she can't be stingy in this fight. You know, she can't be stingy in this fight with her punches because sometimes she'll kind of sit back and take her time. Like either she's waiting to look for the big punch, she tries to load up, or she's being overcautious. And maybe that was because it was Valentina. But I just think that in this fight here, you know, Taila needs to be rangy here. You know, she needs to use more fluid punches. You know, let the hands go because she has power. Go to Erin's body early. You know, go to Erin's body early to slow her down. Because I actually think Erin might be faster on the feet. You know, Taila, she has quick hands, but what do y'all think? Who do you think is faster on the feet? I think Erin's a little bit faster. Because if Taila was faster, I think she would have had more success in landing some good kicks on Valentina, but she never really had any speedy moments against Valentina. Had some quick moments where she would react and get takedowns, but as far as like catching Valentina with shots, it was taking her like a lot of effort to even land one or two shots. But I think Erin moves more, lets her strikes fly more. So I want to see, Taila Santos go to Erin's body to kind of slow her down in this fight. Use that range early and just kind of pick her apart. Pick her apart because she has that Muay Thai background as well. So I'd like to see her use range. Don't be stingy and use some Muay Thai clinches. Don't be afraid to get dirty with her Muay Thai like she used to. Throw them head kicks. Throw head kicks. Use that Thai clinch. Use knees to the body. I think that's a big target just to slow Erin down and kind of wear her down because she's wide open. That's one thing, I like Erin, but that's the one thing I say, like Erin, you can touch her chin. JJ Aldridge, we everybody like to mention that, and I have to agree with everybody that, yeah, JJ Aldridge did win the first round against Erin. She outstruck her the first round, but Erin still came back and won the fight. But that's something Taila can look at and say, okay, her defense isn't really like a pure striker's defense. She uses her striking as good offense to beat you up and take you down, but Erin's not really like a defensive savvy type striker like that. She's not that slick. Like that's the moments Taila can take advantage of and shoot straight punches right to the chin. Alpar landed some, Miranda landed a couple, JJ did. So that's a big target for Taila. Let her power be known early. Go to the body, land that left hook like she did on JoJo. Gabby said, should Santos target Erin's midsection with body kicks? I think like more like push kicks. If she throw too many side kicks, Erin might try to take her down. Erin might snatch that leg and take her down. So I like to see more like a push kick at a range to the stomach, as far as the midsection. Or like I was saying, just body jabs, jabs to the body, right hands, and just kind of pick her apart from the outside and then like maul her on the cage. Use that size against the cage. I think that's going to be a big key for Taila in this fight. If it comes down to the ground, yeah, of course, she's going to have to neutralize Erin's jiu-jitsu with her strength, like she's done with girls in the past. But actually, I think it would be kind of risky for Taila to go to the ground with Erin. I think Taila has enough power and enough striking IQ to win on the feet and risk this fight going to the ground with Erin. I think she can actually make that adjustment and be a better striker in this fight to win it purely on striking, because Erin, her jiu-jitsu is high level. And when it comes to pure jiu-jitsu, I think that it's a little bit pure jiu-jitsu. I would say it's better than Taila's. I think Taila incorporates her grappling well with her physical strength and her wrestling. But when it comes down to getting like pure submissions, I think Erin is better at that. Because honestly, I think I don't know, what do y'all think here? Let me ask y'all this. If Erin had gotten the back of Valentina, do you think she would have submitted her? Or you think she would have done just like Santos and just kind of rode it out? I actually think if Erin had gotten the back of Valentina that night the way Santos did, I think she would have submitted Valentina just like that. Something about Erin is much more fluid and quick in finding those openings. It seemed like Santos wanted more of a maul and grappling game where she was just being physical and getting position. She wanted submission, but she just didn't have that ability to get it. She just didn't have that ability to get it that night. Like she couldn't finally get it at that moment. It was just crazy. But to me, when I see whenever Erin gets your back, it's like it's over. It's like a done deal. I think Santos can be more of a like mauler and like a fighter that likes to wear you down. It'll be different. That's why I'm saying in a situation with Santos, only grapple if she has to. Don't let her ego get to her like Valentina did. Because I think if Erin gets her back or gets in any type of top control in this fight, she'll submit to Taila. Now, I'm just being real because she's stronger than Jillian Robertson is now. She's stronger than Jillian Robertson. Let me see. Colostrum said it's possible, but one could say Erin had Miranda's back and couldn't submit her. Miranda's defense is better, man. It's better than a lot of people think. That's the thing. Miranda's defense is a lot better than people think. Like some of the things Miranda's does, she's been doing them a little bit more than Valentina was. And people won't agree with me on that, but I've been watching Miranda a long time. Like Miranda does a lot of grappling tournaments. Like she's doing through the late part of her career, she's been doing more than Valentina has, of course, because she's actually been coming to areas not too far from me. Miranda Maverick's actually like come around my area and done some, grappling seminars, grappling tournaments just around this area. So when it comes down to like pure jujitsu, I think Miranda Maverick, her defense was that good enough to stop Erin from submitting her. See, in Valentina's situation, you see Grasso got it. That's kind of the point I'm making. Like Grasso, she got it because I think not only did they train for it, but when you look how Erin does it, it would be in similar fashion because that's how good her jiu-jitsu is. But again, going back to how Miranda was able to survive it, you got to give her a lot of credit because she spends time on the ground, a lot of time on the ground. And throughout her later years, she's been doing it more than Valentina, I think. Gabby said maybe Erin would have gotten neck crank similar to what Grasso did. Yeah, that's what I think. Grasso would have never gotten it if it started on the ground. If it started on the ground. Yeah, it's too bad fights don't start on the ground, buddy. Real Ball said, I think Santos wins. Easy said, Al always been vulnerable on the ground when she's not in control. Look at all her fights when she's taken out. It's so obvious. Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Val might be the more complete fighter. We know that. But there's just things you see in other fighters. Like, that's why I'm like, Miranda needs to tighten up in certain things because if she does, she could make it to a certain point, once she puts all her tools together. Because, like, Miranda's not that vulnerable when she's on the ground. It's just taking the wrong fight against some of these bigger, physically stronger girls. You just have to know how to adjust in there. 6-year Taila just need to bully Erin if she wants to win. Yeah, I don't think she needs to be reckless with the bullying. I think she needs to use tie clinches, like I said, put her on the cage, work her body, and, use good long power strikes from the outside. Takedowns for just like good measures, but don't spend too much, don't spend too many rounds on the ground with Erin because Erin always dangerous there. Erin, though, man, I think Erin, her hands flow to me. And, I think Erin needs to let combinations go. It's important. Erin lets combinations go, man, because whenever Taila sits back, boom, boom, Erin can land a good solid jab, man. Like that jab she's been throwing has been on the money. And mix that with her lateral movement, it'll kind of make her kind of a hard target for Taila to hit sometimes, at times in the fight. Think Erin needs to bring back that head kick too, boy. Like that's an underrated weapon that she hasn't had the chance to use. And what did you say earlier, James? Somebody was saying something racist. I said, I must have missed it like in the chat earlier because I wasn't on the live actually, but was somebody saying some racist earlier? If they were, I don't even know. Somebody would have to block them then because I wasn't on here. It was just like a show playing. Okay. Gabby said body triangle could work for Santos. She did that against Val. Yeah, body triangle could work for her. She's got the powerful legs wrap around Erin. But I think Erin, she knows how to escape. certain positions. I think she's just good at getting out of. MMA Art said, why is Erin versus Santos not headliner the co-main? This is more interesting than Max and Zombie. Yeah, I think it should be at least the co-main, or if not, the main event. This would be a good round fight. This would be a good 5-round fight right here. This would be a good 5-round fight, or even just a good co-main. But it's probably gonna be 8:30 because it's the second fight in. So yeah, we getting cheated a little, but hey, not. At least we get our fight first. We don't have to wait. No, but I agree, man. It should be because Max versus Zombie, I predict a lot of blood. I predict Korean Zombie's face getting chewed up by Max Holloway combinations. That's what I see. I mean, what about you? Yeah, I missed it. Let me see. James said, no, it was your talks, not live. There was a dude that is racist straight up said he don't rock with Whaley because she's Chinese. I hope somebody blocked him. I hope I hope somebody had blocked him if he said he don't like Whaley because she's Chinese. I mean, dang. I mean, you can't get any more blatant than that. Blatantly racist than that. Let me see. What else do we think Erin needs to do? Erin, like I said, she moves side to side a little bit better. So I like to see Erin throw a lot of combinations and sidestep and try her best to get to Tyler's back in this fight. Okay, Easy said he's blocked. All right, good. Yeah, I was about to say somebody. Go ahead and block him, man. Go ahead and block him. Easy said, I'll let you think you're the smartest person in the room. Even Kyle agree we can actually watch fights and be a jerk. Stop tagging me at the bull. Agree about what were y'all talking about? I forgot. Something we passed by. James had named a fight where she was in trouble on the ground. I help you out. Nunes won. Second round, Nunes had a grip at ground and pound. That's it. 0 besides that. What about the Pena fight? Like, I know she submitted Pena, but when they went to the ground, like, Pena's not that, Pena's a dangerous fighter too, I think, of course, we'll say, yeah, definitely no. When I'm comparing the two, like Miranda and Valentina, they're in different leagues, but every now and then somebody can do something a little bit better because they're fresher in it. But I just think that when Miranda is on the ground, even when she's losing, she can still flow and defend herself well from certain moves because she grapples a lot. She's more fluid on the ground. I think Valentina just does enough of the basics to control and use it to her advantage when she's on top. But like if she's facing like a bigger, physically strong fighter that is a grappler, she'll have her hands full. MMA Art said, yeah, same blood, all blood with Max landing 1,000 significant punches, strikes. Yeah, he's gonna probably break his own record. He's gonna break him. He's gonna break his old record, but he's gonna break Angela Hill's record because I believe Angela Hill is second, right? Didn't Jennifer Maya kind of give her problems on the ground? Yeah, Jennifer Maya did win one round, but Jennifer Maya did go 2 rounds. So yeah, Jennifer Maya has some physical strength and somewhat of a ground game. Let's talk about Tyler. Reminds me to talk of Hill before the Hill fight. How so? Like, which way do you see it going, Gary? Easy E said about Valentina being vulnerable on the ground. I'm not arguing with James about Valentina because he's a clear stand. James said, don't be delusional. I'm just saying, man. Like, there are certain things that Valentina needs to clearly work on and make sure she's ready in this fight. She's got to make sure she's ready for this thing. Grasso, that is, coming up. So let's see these two right here, man. Santos and Erin Blanchfield. I'll be honest, man. Either one can win, and I'll be happy. I will say this though: if Erin wins, I believe I'll be a little bit more excited because it'll be new blood. We have seen Santos challenge before, so I'm not saying it would be a bad thing if she wins, but I would say, yeah, like if Erin clearly wins, then that would be a little bit more exciting because Erin is undefeated in the UFC right now, and this would be her sixth win in the UFC, and she hasn't challenged for the belt, and that's a good matchup right there. We haven't seen her in any of these type of fights yet. We already seen Taila rise to the occasion, and she kind of came up short. She, of course, could have went to her, but that was a year ago, and since then she hasn't done much. Had some things going on with the trainers, issues like that, not being able to fight out of Brazil. I don't know what the situation was with that. I'm sure she'll be back. I'm sure if she comes in and puts on a good performance, she'll be right back in the mix. Oh, Mojo, what's up? He says Taila with the same team as her last fight. I have no idea. I mean, for the most part, they slowly got rid of some people. Like, I believe she had already gotten rid of some of the other Muay Thai people that she trained with. Like, they already cut ties with them like late last year. Some of the people that she was tied with, Marina Rodriguez, because I believe even Marina Rodriguez stopped following her. Marina Rodriguez has already stopped following her almost like right after that whole situation where she wasn't paying her coaches, right? And since then, I think it's just kind of trickled down. They must have been tight on it. They must have really been tight on it because I haven't seen too many new people. Colstrom said, true, but the winner, Manon Rose, might be next for the title shot. I really wouldn't be mad if the winner of this fight gets it. But then again, because let's see, Tyler's been out for over a year, comes back and beats Erin. Let's see if she does it in dominant fashion. That's worth a title shot? Or would she have to fight one more time? If Erin wins in dominant fashion, Erin's already number 3. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, her 6th win in a row. I think that's worth the title shot. But Taila really wants to fight. Then you got Manon and Rose. Rose ain't even ranked, and she has the ability to jump in and mess this whole thing up. That's why I hope she don't. You got Manon, who's ranked number 2, right under Valentina. She needs to get back into the mix because she was the original challenger until she got injured. So, been out a year. She could fight Rose. And, Rose is a high-level fighter. So, it's all in if she comes in and actually fights like a flyweight. But if she goes in there and beats the mess out of Rose, I mean, she could be locked in. She could be locked in. I guess this one just looks like it holds more because they both been in this division longer. Like, again, Manon, I would love to see her get a title shot because she is the one. She's number 2. It just sucked that her injury put her out. But, I look at these two here, Taila wants a rematch. She's screaming for it. We all want her to get her fight before she does get a rematch. Here it is. Erin about to go on a possible 6-fight win streak. She earned it. But who knows, man? Manon go in there and destroy her. Yeah, go ahead and give her a shot. She's number 2. Victor said, no good if Santos didn't pay her coach. Right. Gary said, we talk about Tyler's personal life in gym, like gym changes affected her performance just like we did with Dern. James, I don't even care if you did someone I like. Just support. We claim with facts. That's all I care about. And scrolling through some comments. Victor said, why does Rose win and get the championship fight? let me see. If she wins, will she get the championship fight? Yeah, that's kind of the question. Well, she would be taking that number 2 spot, and with her being a 2-time strawweight champion, there would be a lot of weight behind that. She could make the argument. I mean, it would suck. Yeah, it would suck because it would mess up what's going on in the division. And is she really going to fight Valentina if Valentina wins? I mean, I'm sure she would, but I don't think she would win against Valentina, though. I think style-wise, it just wouldn't work. Victor says so wrong if Rose won and got the title shot. I know. Well, she's bored though. That's what her claim is. She gets bored quick, so she's moving up. James said Rose pulls it off. I give her a lot of credit. Yeah, she can pull it off for sure. Yeah, if she pulls it off, if she pulls the win off, yeah, you got to give her credit. Because I mean, she'll have jumped up and fought number 2. She didn't even have to fight her way up. Grasso fought her way up, but Rose is trying to prove like what a champion does and gets in there, but I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, Tyler did say it. She said Alexa's not dangerous. I mean, she did do something you didn't do, Tyler. Gabby said, I know fans won't be happy, but Rose does have more established names, similar to Colby getting the title shot. Yeah, she does. I mean, she's in the pound for pound rankings, and she's a ranked strawweight, so a former 2-time champion. So it's like in boxing, you can kind of jump the line sometimes off of credibility. Yeah, if Rose wins, she'll get the next shot. I'm pretty sure. And I know Erin is going to be pissed, so Erin might start calling her out. So we can't let that happen. Manon better not let that happen. Manon better not let her come in her house and win this fight. I'm just put it like that. Victor said Rose fought in France. That kind of gets to her mentally. Yeah, she says it's been a while since she's fought this far from home. So, Gabby said UFC matchup. Rose versus Manon, for Manon to have a breakout performance. No one really knows her well. Chikaga was supposed to be Manon's breakout performance, but didn't get that statement. Yeah, she didn't really get that statement in the Chikagan fight. I called for it as a fight too. I was like, that's a good fight to make. But I guess the performance was kind of it turned out to be a Chikagan type of fight. I was thinking Manon would wrestle more or try to dominate more, but she tried to fight the same fight she did. But this one, I think it's going to be tactical. A little bit more of a chess match type of style. And she's going to have to make punches really count. You got to hurt Rose and get her out of there. Break her down. But yeah, what was Taila Santos did say that. She said Erin, although Alexa Grasso was not dangerous or something like that. No, Alexa Grasso was a dangerous fighter. I mean, right now, she did something she couldn't do. And that's what makes Grasso dangerous. Like Grasso was down in the fight. If Grasso can come from behind and just get the back and submit her like that, then hey, she's a dangerous fighter. I mean, Valentina was winning the fight, but that just showed you how dangerous she was because she came back and won. Right? Even when she was down some rounds, she won. So, Tyler's wrong on that one. Taila gave Valentina a good fight, but can we say she's as dangerous as Grasso? Can't really say that because she didn't really bring the same type of danger on the feet, Hold on. Grasso's undersized flyweight too. I wouldn't say she's undersized flyweight now. I think she's growing into it. I think Grasso is like Grasso looks to be filling out. Like she started off kind of undersized, but now she's looking like a good size flyweight to me. I mean, when you see them face, when you see her and Valentina face off, when you see them face off, like Grasso wasn't that much. She wasn't really even. She wasn't smaller than Valentina, was she? Victor said, "Has Val ever won by submission?" Yeah, she submitted Juliana Pena. Who else did she submit? Who did she submit at flyweight? She knocked out most of the girls. She TKO'd most of the girls at flyweight. But um at bantamweight, who else did she submit? She submitted Juliana Pena. Let me see. Let me check her record here. Yeah, she has a lot of TKOs. Oh, Priscilla Cachoeira was a submission. Yeah, yeah, because she beat her up and then she choked her out for the finale. So I think that's about all she has in the UFC, right? She just choked out Zombie Girl and she finished Pena by armbar. Grasso looks like she's put on some muscle and she looks ripped now. Yeah, Grasso's looking bigger. And yeah, she looked bigger. She looked big, in the Valentina fight too. So I think, she's not really an undersized flyweight. Peggy said, I believe Valentina beats Grasso. She moves up to bantamweight to beat Pena or whoever else becomes the next double champ. Yeah, her and Pena, that fight, that would be a good fight to happen again. Let me see though. I'm trying to pull up some Taila Santos talk here. She was talking about um, Valentina not wanting to give her the rematch and how she was running away from the rematch. And at the time, yeah, Valentina didn't want to give her to Valentina, said she needed to go fight somebody else. And then she'll give her the rematch. That was before Valentina lost to Grass, so she wouldn't go ahead and give her that rematch. She was thinking that I'm gonna give her that shot. But who would have known? Who would have known that avoiding the rematch with Taila would have gave her a fight against another fighter that would just straight up submit her? That's the crazy part. Let's see. Taila Santos says Valentina ran from the rematch. She said, I think Grasso, she stood. Okay, yeah, here it is. She said, after the fight against Valentina, I did reach out several times through social media, but she was running away. She didn't answer me. She was busy fighting other opponents. If it was up to me, I would have fought her again, but she was running away. I thought she had visa issues again, too. I don't think they could have made the fight right away, right? And she had to let her eye heal. Okay, then she said, I think Grasso studied my strategy that I used and found out the weak points of Shevchenko. And I mean, I'm sure I'm sure they did. I mean, that's a big part of how you be a better fighter, right? That's how you get to be a better fighter. You have to go in there. I mean, you have to watch those tapes. If somebody goes in there and takes that person on and they expose something, then you got to watch them and say, "Oh yeah, like this is what we got to do. We got to do what Taila did, but add this to our game plan. Let's do this, but let's add X, Y, and Z, right?" Oh, hang on. Oh, is this the one you talking about? Oh, never mind. Y'all got her. Yeah, I see it now. What? He says Zhang should have lost to Lamos. He said he hates China. Dang, he can't even spell either. Come on, man. At least if you're gonna be racist, be a smart racist. if you're gonna if you're gonna be racist, man, at least be a smart racist. Learn how to spell. Say he hate China. Dang, man. He's I hate China. You talking about the wrestler? You hate the wrestler, man? Don't talk ill of the dead like that. Don't talk ill of the dead like that, man. China, the wrestler, she dead. She died, man. Don't be saying you hate China like that, man. She's already passed away. He said that he hate China. China, the wrestler. Oh man, I got Cody. Y'all messing with me, man. Sorry. Um, Easy said I bet he eats Chinese food though. Oh man. Anyways, let me finish reading what I was reading here, man. I trust y'all to if somebody says something like that again, I'm here. Yeah, you know what to do. That's all I gotta say. I mean, James, you got a rent, so you know what to do. I mean, you said that somebody say something racist, you know what to do. If you know what's racist, yeah, you know what to do. You know what to do. Oh man, where's that article? Okay, so yeah, Santos said, I think Grasso studied my strategy that I used and found out the weak points. I'm sure she did, like I said, right? I'm sure she did study, and good on Grasso, because where Santos failed, she succeeded. And that's what I was saying in that fight too. Like, there was a lot of times, Santos was just on Valentina, just on her physically. She didn't take her time to uh, pick shots, throw some hard ground and pound, find the openings. She didn't really take that time out. I think Grasso, they found that perfect moment by watching the Santos fight. They said, we're going to wait for her to get here on her back, or she gives it up her back, because look how vulnerable Santos had her. If we work on this and we work on XYZ and we put this together, we can submit her for sure. So yeah, I can definitely see Grasso doing that. And that's what you do. Like, and if Grasso did it, that means she gets more credit than you, Santos. I mean, yeah, she studied your strategy, but she picked up where you failed. You know, it was all on Santos to make Santos had just as many moments as Grasso did. I mean, she went the full 5 rounds. So, Santos should have taken what she was doing in that fight and make adjustments in there. She would have made the adjustments when the opportunities came. Like, every time Val give up her back, she should have been landing ground and pound. But she was letting Valentina hit her on the ground, even hit her from behind around, with her fist. So um, that's where she made the mistake. So yeah, she did maybe, of course, she exposed some of those things, but it was on Grasso, who came as a much more of a complete fighter, right? It and that's just how that's just how I see it. That's how I see it. Let's see. Blanchfield. I'm very excited about this fight because a lot of people. What was that? You said? Oh yeah, Colostrum. I see it. I wanted to read it from the article. Hold on. Colostrum said Erin said the same thing about Grasso Val. She said she would finish both of them. Yeah, Erin don't care, man. Erin said I won't fight either one of them. Erin said, whoever wants it, I'll fight either one of them. She said I'll take on either one of them. Colostrum said he loves some sesame chicken. I actually had some not too long ago. It is good. Yeah, I like sesame chicken. I mean, I had some the other day. James said he likes General Soul's chicken. Mastermind said Santos look happy and ready for the fight. Aaron looks cool. Can't wait to watch the fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, they both look ready to me. I mean, even at the stare down, I like the energy from these fighters. I think we're going to get a good fight. Erin flew out last week. She looks game and ready. I think Fatima Klein came out with her too. That's good. That's good support because Fatima Klein, she can kind of watch from the background and take some notes. Because eventually, Fatima Klein will be making her way to the UFC. And looking at Fatima Klein's size, I don't think she'll be a 115 or too long, too. She might be coming up to the strawweight division. She'll be coming up in the strawweight division, flyweight division. Sorry. Yeah, Fatima Klein don't look like she'll be a strawweight too long. She could definitely be a flyweight at some point. Yeah, Mastermind says she'll be on the way sooner or later. Yeah. Yeah, so she's out in Singapore with Erin, so that's good. That's good. Easy, he said Thug Rose is coming to kill the flyweight dreams. Nah, man, I don't think so. It better not. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't got a crystal ball in front of me saying she won't, but I will say I hope she don't. If she do, man, I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, this girl about to be a 3-time champion. If she do, then I'm gonna be like, oh man, Grasso, you about to lose to Grasso. You about to lose this belt to Rose. Rose gonna be a 3-belt champion, and she gonna be crying. She gonna be crying like she do. Easy E, are you ready to see that crying face? Now I'm gonna get a lot of people mad. You ready to see that crying face? Is that why you wanna see her win? Because man, when Rose win that flyweight belt, when she win that flyweight belt and become a 3-time champion, 2-division world champion, you gonna see that crying face. She gonna be crying. I don't think she'll defend the belt, but she could win the belt and she gonna be crying. Easy says she gonna retire after that. Yeah, she will. She'll be crying too. And what's his name will be crying. Joe Rogan will be crying. Joe Rogan was crying last time she won. I'm like, what's he talking about, man? Victor said Rose won't win the next fight. Rose can't fight in a hostile arena with her unstable mentality. Victor's got hope. That's right. Victor said Manon gonna take it home. That's right. Take it home. Manon is this is Manon's homecoming too. Manon is about to show out. This is the first time she tried to fight on the Paris card last year, but Chikagian got injured. Andrade got injured. Had like a herniated disc in her back. And they pushed the fight back to October, so she couldn't fight in Paris. Now she's back in Paris. Mojo handling business now. Mojo's a man. Okay, Mojo handling business. Yo, name calling all the time. Come on now. Colostrum said Natalia versus Chikagian in Brazil. I'll take that. I rock with Chikagian, but I think Natalia gonna put something on her. Natalia gonna take that spot. Natalia will take that spot. Ooh, Kareem Silva, man. Kareem versus Chikagian might be a mess, though. Kareem versus Lauren Murphy. Kareem versus Lauren Murphy. John Z said, thank you. You're welcome. Who you thanking? You thanking? You thanking me? Or you thanking somebody else? 680 Rose loses to Manon. Does she retire? She might. She might take a long break. She might take a long break. Might take a long break. Marcus Bell in the building. What's up, Marcus? All right. Oh, whoever booted Richard Mercer. Yeah, whoever. Mojo. Mojo did. Thank you, Mojo. John Z just chilling. It was getting on his nerves too. He just chilling too. I'm looking every now and then, but I'm just reading articles here and giving my thoughts on this last bit of topic before I get off here. But Lauren has no fight booked. I think probably Macy will fight her next. Yeah, Lauren Murphy's open for Macy, Natalia, or Kareem. So is Chikagan. James said throwing shots at Rose. If Rose wins a flyweight belt, she's on MRM of the WMMA on the Mount Rushmore. Oh yeah, she is. Throwing shots. Oh, I like Rose's style, man. I like Rose. I'm not too much of a fan of her fans, but I'm a fan of her style, though. Sometimes people would say something to rub me the wrong way, like, nobody's perfect. She said some things in the past, but her fighting is entertaining. I mean, her fans are weird, but Gabby said Lauren versus Val rematch. Yeah, that. Are you joking? Okay, so this is a late night stream, y'all, because I actually might take a nap and I might get back up and watch the card at 5 a.m. Is anybody staying up for the fight card? I might not. I might, and I might not. I know I'm going to get up and watch the Santos and Blanchfield fight on time, but the JJ Aldrich fight, I want to see who can win that fight, but really I might catch it on replay because that's 5:30 in the morning. I'm usually up at that time anyway, but I'm usually going to bed at that time as well. If that makes sense. Like my eyes are still open at that time, but usually I'm about to shut it down because Colostrum said he worked third too. Yeah, so he'll be up, but I'm off tonight, so I ain't gonna call it though. I ain't gonna call it. Lolita said, "What time is the Taila fight?" Probably about 8:30, because the main card starts at 8 a.m. and they're the second fight on the main card. So I'll say about 8:30 or 8:45. Gabby said, "Do you think Whaley versus Val happens before both retire?" It might. I think it might now. I think with the momentum right now, if Val wins her belt back, and if Whaley wins her next fight in dominant fashion, then yeah, I think we're on the right path. With the way Whaley's been growing as a fighter and her confidence, and the way Valentina looked a little vulnerable in her last couple of fights, they'd have no problem making that fight now. It's all in if Val wants it, I think, because Whaley would want it. Of course, Whaley would want. I think Whaley wants the Val fight more than Val wants to fight Whaley, though, at this point. Easy said I get up around 8 anyway. Yeah, I might get up at 8 and watch it and then go back to sleep. Colstrom said, "Please call it." He said, "Your live reactions have me rolling." Yeah, sometimes, man, them things be having me all. They be catching me off guard, man. That O'Malley fight, man. That junk had me like, wow. When O'Malley knocked out Sterling last weekend, man. That whole Boston crowd, boy, they were having a barbecue whenever Sterling lost his belt. They're about ready to start a fire right in there, man. They're gonna burn that place down. Six said, "What would be the biggest WMMA fight right now, money wise?" Right now, Whaley versus Yon. I think Whaley versus Yon would be the biggest fight money wise, but Whaley don't want it. Biggest money fight in that country, yeah. I think Whaley versus Yon is the biggest money fight. I think Tatiana, a lot more people want that fight, but I think money wise, China wise, since China sees John as the villain and Whaley is the hero, yeah, He said, Combo said Whaley got this choke. Yeah, I thought she had the choke, man. I did. But Whaley again proves us wrong. The second round was it the first round? Yeah, the first round, and then in like the fourth round, I thought she was about to get a choke on Whaley. Dang, Lamos, what happened? Let me ask Colostrum. I think he was going for Lamos. What? No, you thought Whaley was going to win. What do you think Colostrum Whaley needs to work? No, Lamos. What does Lamos need to work on? Like when you saw that performance, what was it about it that she was lacking in? And you can't say everything. You can't say everything. What was Lamos lacking in that Whaley fight? You can't say everything. Cyborg versus Pacheco would be big. Yeah, I don't know if it would be big. I don't know if it would be like big, maybe the fans, but I think it would kind of go under the radar. James said Whaley would smash Val. Wow, James said that. Not like beat her, but smash her. Oh, do you believe that? Are you being sarcastic, or do you really believe that? Lolita said Lamos needed a plan B and C. Okay. Yeah, Lamos needed a plan B and C big time. She needed a jab. She needed a jab big time. She really needed a jab and a calf kick. She threw no calf kicks in that fight. It was like watching Arujo versus Ebas and Grasso. She didn't throw no calf kicks. Six said, did you see how tight Whaley's lock on Lamos' arm with her legs was in that crucifix submission? Yeah, I saw that. She made it out of that one, right? You talking about the reverse one where she had her almost like Carla? Lamos was fatigued in that fight, man. I felt bad for her because she was like, I don't know what it was, man. That wrestling exhausted her, man. Yeah, Whaley does want that. I think Whaley wants to fight Valentina more. I'm not saying Valentina is scared of the fight, but I don't think that Valentina shows that much interest in it because I don't think Valentina thinks she's on her level like that. And Whaley wants to prove that she's on her level. That's what I mean. You cannot depend on, Loli says, you can't depend on power or a chokehold. Whaley has a thick neck. Lamos needs conditioning. Big time. Colostrum said maintaining her distance, throwing straight punches. Also, Whaley was just too strong. Yeah. You can get farther with strength than you can with power. Runnery said, well, Whaley is so tough. Marina should have just toughed out her choke. She had 1 second left. Yeah, she didn't even know, man. She did not even know. That's what made it even more heartbreaking for her. Victor said Lamos had heart with power, but Whaley's too well rounded. John Z said Whaley is just flat out bigger and stronger than Lamos. At Lamos's age, what can she improve on? I don't know, man. Like, I think she can improve on her striking. Like, she just shouldn't commit to power too much. Like, I think she can because, she's only 2 years older than Whaley. Whaley is in her 30s too. I think it's not really the age. It has to be the mind wanting to learn more. I think you have to want to gain more knowledge, gain more, add more tools to your belt. You got to be able to want to do that. So I think fighter IQ wise, she might have a low IQ, and that's what keeps her from improving, not necessarily her age, because they're not that far off in age. I think Whaley's more humble. Well, no, I won't say humble. Let me not say it because Lamos is a humble fighter. Let me say that Whaley's more, she is more, I think, open to accepting changes. Let's put it that way. She doesn't depend on one or two things. I think Lemos fell in love with her power too much. So I think the fact that she fell in love with her power so much, that's what makes it hard to improve. Whereas Wei Lee, I think she understands that I can't just make it off one or two things. There's got to be more to being more to being a fighter that can, exceed just the regular characteristics of a contender to be a champion. You have to have so much more. See, Wei Lee showed that, okay, I have to have more to be the champion. Lemos just had enough to be the contender that night. Let's see, besides Wei Lee being better, Lemos had a weight cut issue. She was drained. Gabby said Wei Lee versus Val on 300 would be a big fight regardless of belts. I said that about Wei Lee. What is Val going to do when Wei Lee gets her on the ground? She can't even fight a rear naked choke. Yeah, her strength on the ground is going to be a problem. And, without cutting the 115, who knows? Wei Lee will probably be stronger at 125. She might be a heck of a lot stronger at 125, Yeah, Runarina said she was lacking strength. Lolita Lemos did not quit. I know some people were saying she needed to, but yeah, she didn't quit. I give her that. She didn't quit. All right, let me go through some comments a little quicker here. Wei Lee got out of the choke, still mount Lemos and pounded her at least 10 punches. Yeah, them ground strikes were nuts. Lolita said, look at the upper body development. Lemos has a partner. Wei Lee does not. Her love is MMA. Yeah, that's like Valentina. That's what makes them stand out. They don't have like a significant other. They just work. That's all they focus on. And that's one of the sacrifices you have to make to being a champion. Not necessarily to be a fighter. You can be a fighter. Anybody can be a fighter, with a partner, whatever, wife, husband, whatever. But I think you can be a champion, I guess. It depends on what type of person you are. But some of the ones that we've seen in the WMMA world that do some like out of this world things, they tend to just live and breathe the sport. The ones that become like students of the game. But then again, like a Demetrius Johnson, he's married, but he's a brilliant fighter. Fighters with kids, Floyd Mayweather's fighters like that, they have kids. Izzy, of course, no kids. Had a girl, but great performer. He said, I don't understand why Wei Lee kept throwing high kicks. While Lemos was throwing high kicks, they were setting up to be taken down. What you think? Oh, yeah. That was one of my keys to victory not to do. It was like, I think she should have just been throwing calf kicks, but that's one of the reasons. Like, she threw a naked body kick in the first round. Wei Lee tripped her up and took her down, right? And then later on in the fight, I believe you remember close from like when she threw a couple more of those body kicks, she took her down again. Like, she was throwing too many. Like, body kicks were never in my key to victory for Lemos. Like, it was always calf kicks because her calf kicks are powerful. It's just calf kicks to slow Wei Lee down, but like, don't throw body kicks. Like, throw a head kick or something, head kick or calf kick, but don't throw body kicks because Wei Lee's gonna grab him. See, Wei Lee threw body kicks because she knew Lemos wasn't going to take her down. When Wei Lee was throwing those karate kicks and even those side kicks to the body, she was effective because she didn't have to worry about being taken down. But if Lemos threw kicks, she was gonna be taken down. And she was throwing the naked kicks too. So I was like, I don't know what she's doing. Yeah, James. Yeah, Whaley's already 34. Yeah, she's 34 years old. Joseph, what's up? He said, I doubt Valentina will be champ again. She lives in her own world. She don't accept losses. She better accept this one though. She better know what she did wrong. I know she feels like the ref kind of messed up some things in the fight, but at night, but she got to make sure she works. Yeah, Whaley is athletic. Like her athleticism, at 115 is probably, you know, exceeded by no one there. Masterminds, I predict Grasso to beat Valentina next with a flying knee. Hey. You sticking with her again, Mastermind? So you think Grasso gets it done again? Gabby said, I think age is getting Val as well, and all this intense training is draining on Val's body. Yeah, I think training, with Valentina, like Holly Holm, them fighters like that, physically, they are wearing down. There's a lot of wear and tear on their body. So from here, you really won't see like Val do anything crazy, like get stronger and stronger. She'll just kind of go down from here or stay the same, hit a plateau, or from here, have more injuries. When you get to that point, body's going to be harder to heal too. Mastermind said, yes, Grasso will do it again. He said, confirmed. Do you have the same feeling like last time? I just want to know because in case I decide to bet on this one. I had that gut feeling that night too, Mastermind. Like I said, Val's going to win this fight, but something told me like when Grasso was walking to the cage, this was going to be her night. Not, it was a gut feeling like that's why they said go with your gut, because when you feel it, you should go with the gut. But I refused it. I said, no, Valentina got this. So, I stuck with my pick. That was my pick. Valentina down the board, across the board. Valentina got it. But something about that walk that night made me say, should I switch this pick? But I said, nah, I ain't switching this. Valentina's got this. Betting on Grasso that night, like I believe 200 would have got me like 4,000. I think. Easy. He said I have the opposite. He said you would put money on Valentina. She's seen Grasso now. She's ready for it all. I hope so. Joseph said Erin and Taila will get Valentina as well. She is done as my champ. That's his prediction. Okay, who do you think is going to win this fight, Joseph? Do you got Taila or Erin? Yeah, father time and age, all undefeated in every sport, man. Mastermind said he got the same feeling first time. He'll stick to the second. He said Val will retire September 16th. All right, John Z said if Carla can do what she did to Jan, being a smaller fighter, imagine what Whaley would do to Jan. Yeah, Carla, Carla, I picked Carla to win that fight. I picked her to win by a decision, I believe, because I thought she was just going to out wrestle Jan that night. But the way Carla was like wrestling Jan that night, she looked like Andrade or something. I knew Carla's wrestling would be a problem for Jan, so I was like, I think Carla's going to win, but I didn't know she was going to finish Jan like that. Jan's been training her. Jan, Macy Barber, and Corey McKenna, they all train together. I think she joined that. Yeah, she joined that team a while ago. Mojo said Valentina has a lot of wear and tear on a 35-year-old body. She's been fighting since she was like 12 or something. Yeah, she's been fighting a long time. Joseph Joseph's only Amanda will retire as a champ. He says Valentina Cyber will have no belts in 2024. Well, let's see who would think takes Chris Cyborg's belt. I know my man BJ thinks Cat's going to do it. Joseph said it too. Shout out to BJ. I know BJ believes Cat's going to ragdoll and out wrestle Cyborg. Joseph, that's another vote. He said Cat's going to submit Cyborg. Some people think Cyborg been boxing too much and forgetting about her ground game. I don't know. No fighters can defeat Father Time. Nope. Closely said Whaley is growing on me. I love me some grapplers and wrestlers. Yeah, her wrestling looks pretty good. Like, I've always liked her, but yeah, she's got something about her that makes her even more like fun to watch with. Robert Henry in the building. He said, "Who wins in tomorrow's WMMA headliner? I got Santos by decision, but I can see a path to victory for Erin." Bro, I'm not making a pick because they were both part of my threat, Robert. I ain't picking in this one. I ain't picking either one of them. I ain't picking Erin. I know in videos before I gave Taila the edge, and I do that because she's had a little bit more experience, and I believe her size and strength can play a major factor in this fight. But Erin's game, man, Erin's a smart fighter. She improves, she adjusts. Robert Henry says Cyborg by utter destruction. Cyborg gonna hit Cat in the face one time and it's over. Runner Reed said, did Carly have a baby yet? I don't think so. 6 said Cat ain't beating Cyborg. Pacheco would beat Cyborg, Colostrum said. Man, that girl, Kolesnik, Pacheco knocked her out a third time. This time she took one punch and just crumbled, man. I'm like, yo, like, come on, girl. I was like, I thought you felt this girl's power before. Why didn't you try to take the power away? Like, why didn't you move to your right to take away her right hand? You fought this girl 3 times. You fought her 3 times and you run right into a Pacheco punch again. That's 3 times now. And I say that because, not to be a troll, I'm saying because you fought her 3 times. You should know now how to take that power away. Easy said, does PFL have you side up? Bro, I know what you're getting at. In the way that right hand landed, that was what kind of power was behind that right hand? Girl must have had cinder blocks in that little glove, put some batteries. She had some AAA, AA batteries in her glove. She must have some little batteries stuffed up under her glove or something because that punch connected and she went down, didn't want no more. James said, where do you find these guys? I'm not looking for anybody. They finding me. He said, where I find these guys. They find me. We just talking, right? Darby, what's up, man? He said, finally caught you guys. Yeah, man, where you been, man? Finally caught us after midnight. And I ain't got nowhere to beat him, man. So, this is my regular schedule when I am up. So I don't have anywhere to go right now. It's Friday night and I'm off. So I ain't got nowhere to be right now. Robert Henry said, I feel like I'm going to be happy for whoever wins, but a little sad for the loser as well. Yeah, I would be sad for Erin in this situation. Well, both. I mean, Erin because, she worked her way up and she would be new blood. Santos took a year off, though. You know what I mean? Santos done took a year off. If she was to have lost, I understand why she was inactive. Thinking she can come back in and just pick right back up. Takes time. Oh, what's up, Lolita? Victor said, why no one give Korean Zombie any chance? Well, when you're dealing with a striker like Max Holloway or even like Volkanovski, it's hard to give him a chance. Like when somebody throws that many punches and they have that high of a striking IQ, really is. I mean, he's game. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this ain't Max Holloway from like 3 or 4 years ago either. So anything is possible, but everybody leans toward Max Holloway because of his offense in this situation. If the ground mostly, I pick Aaron. If it's standing, Taila. Yeah, I can go with that. That's pretty much how I see it. Like I said, Aaron needs to be more hunting to get Santos's back or hoping Santos gets reckless and takes her down. And then Taila needs to use her long strikes. Mastermind says it's hard to choose between Erin and Taila, but I want Erin to win because I want to see youngest female champion soon, but not mad at all if Santos wins. Shoot, if Erin becomes the youngest champion, Macy Barber gonna be mad as I don't know what. Gabby said if Erin loses, yes, it's a big setback, but she has more potential to grow. Yeah, her being younger, she'll have more potential to grow. Yeah, definitely. Santos, how old is Santos? Is Santos like 29? 30. Yeah, she's 30 now. Yeah, Santos is 30 now. She's not that old. If you look at the women in PFL, they are more built than when they started. Like all of them. I just find it strange. Yeah, they jump up and down in that weight too now because all the lightweights move down to 145 and then they all move back up to 155. Yeah, some big girls in there. But not even off of the size. I just mean off of the power too. Like Pacheco's power, like how hard was that punch, man? Cause I know she hits hard, but like Kolesnik been hit before. I'm like, come on. Close I think Erin should have tested herself against Jennifer Maya first. See how she does under pressure. Things not going away. I'm not discrediting her. Yeah, that was the thing we talked about before. I think like Erin versus Jennifer Maya would have been a good fight. Yeah, but I don't think she was able to accept the fight at the time when Taila pulled out. That would have been a good step in, but Andrade took it instead. It's crazy how dangerous Andrade is, but really Jennifer Maya, fighters like her or a better test, especially at 125. Yeah, I think Jennifer Maya would have been a good one because we seen now when she fought Casey O'Neill what Casey O'Neill needs to work on, right? J Ball said I'd be really impressed if Erin won this fight. If she wins it by finish, I'll really be impressed. Like if she wins by 30-27, let me put this. If Erin 30-27's Taila Santos, I mean wins every round in like different fashion. Like if she outstrikes Taila Santos, out grapples Taila Santos and wins 30-27, I'll be highly impressed. Because right now I see it kind of a tactical, respectful fight from both, and in both having their moments. But I don't really see anybody taking full control in this fight because I think they're going to be too respectful. But who knows, man? Taila might go in there and maul and big sister Erin. Or then Erin might go in there and outstrike Taila. It's just one of them fights where I can't really pick a winner in this. I really can't. Like I can't say this one is better than that one. Well, I can always say Taila has more experience. Yeah. Like championship wise, she's fought the champ and she's naturally bigger. But is being bigger going to be a full on game changer in this fight. I don't know. I don't know. Robert Hayes, I feel sorry for Zombie. Even this version of Max hurts him. Yeah. Yeah, Volkanovski, I think he took some more years off of Korean Zombie with that last fight. Who else thinks Pacheco has a good chance against Cyborg? I think she has a good chance. I do. Yeah, I think she has a chance. Especially if he gets her back into regular old Cyborg mode. If Pacheco can pull out that puncher in her, she might catch her. You think Whaley got a shot at the bantamweight belt? Whaley at bantamweight. She got a shot at flyweight. I'm gonna just say that. I don't know if she have a shot at bantamweight yet, though. I can't say that. I don't think that's her weight. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, like I don't think the talent at bantamweight is that bad that they would lose to Whaley like that yet. Let me see. Whaley's too small for bantamweight. Yeah. Troy B, what's up? He said Santos seems faster and stronger, but Erin always finds a way. That's the thing about Erin. Yep. Erin always finds a way. I do not know who I pick in this fight because Erin always finds a way. Lolita said Cat beating Cyborg. Oh yeah, Joseph said who really did Cyborg ever beat by submission? Um, she's knocked a lot of girls out, but she ain't really submitted anybody, has she? She's never really been to the ground like that. Even before this boxing, even before this like striking improvement, like becoming a better technical striker, she's always been like hitting girls with power shots. Like she didn't really submit anybody. Like never came to that. So we haven't really had a chance to see her execute a good submission game. True. Because I'm gonna pull up her resume now. Like Tanya Eminger, Yana Kunitskaya, uh, Felicia Spencer. These were all girls she fought on the feet and then submit. Let me see. Mojo said he could see Valentina moving back to bantamweight. If she was to lose September 16th, I mean, I could see her moving back too at this point. Yeah, she only mostly had TKOs, even going all the way back to Invicta. I mean, that's all I really remember her for, too. TKOs and knocking people out. I believe. Yeah, she didn't really submitted nobody. So Joseph been doing his homework too, because when you put it that way, I had to think about it. I was like, I think she submitted one person in Bellator. I can't remember. She had one submission in Bellator, but before that, she hadn't really submitted too many people because she'd been hitting them and knocking them out so quick. Yeah, Darby. Yeah. Okay, it was Blinko. Yeah, Arlene Blinko. Yeah. I was thinking of the rematch. That's why Arlene Blinko went the distance the second fight. But yeah, the first one was a submission. I think Whaley beats girls at flyweight and up, but she's specialist 115. I think if she wanted to move, she would have done it after the first title run. Right. Any updates on Myra Buena Silva? Didn't they extend hold on. I think they extended Myra Buena Silva's hearing or something like that. I think they did. Hold on. They call her Cheetara now. Cheetara. Oh man. Let me see. Myra Silva calls for a change after failed drug test. Um, I mean, it might really be getting to her now, so I don't know if I ain't gonna go in there and be bashing her like that. She'll be all right. Okay, her coach claims Myra is cleared of wrongdoing. They're just waiting suspension now. According to her coach, Myra Silva should be ready to return to competition sooner than later. Okay, USADA cleared Myra because she didn't do anything wrong. She used the medication from ADHD and always made everyone aware of that, stopping its use during fight week. She has all the paperwork to prove it. Now we're waiting for the commission to make a statement, something that should happen in the next few days, but we're expecting a 6-month suspension, basically a regular turnaround. Our lawyer will try to reduce this punishment as much as possible. Okay, the UFC is providing full support. They told us that they wouldn't remove Myra from the rankings and that they want her to compete for the title. Now we just need the commission to announce how long the suspension is, as that will define the next step for the title bout. I don't think she deserves a title fight, though. No, like I think part of the punishment means she needs to fight somebody else. I think Rocky and Pena deserve to fight. Since okay, she didn't do anything wrong, but still came up positive during fight week. Part of the suspension. Okay, part of the punishment is suspension. But don't rush it just because you think she deserves a shot when she did come up pop. She should have stopped it before Monday, like she said she usually does. Go ahead and let Rocky step in, though. Part of the punishment should just be letting Rocky cut in front of her. That's how I think. Because really, Myra Silva, she's going on a nice little run right now, but what she's doing right now, you've got to rush her to a title shot. Mastermind said in that case, I think they will make Pena versus Rocky. Right. They should. MMA Art said Myra should fight GDR. The winner gets the winner of Pena versus Rocky. Make Myra fight GDR. Yeah, that'd be good. Lolita said Erin's not beating Kareem Silva. I don't know. That's gonna be another one that's tough for me to pick right there. Kareem got hands though. Six said I think after a few fights at flyweight, bantamweight will be an option. I think it depends on how she moves around and how she can adapt to longer fighters too. That's a big part of the weight, right? Like Whaley can walk around at 160, but walking around 160 and fighting at 135, two different things because she's shorter reach. So you want to be in a weight class where the girls don't have as long reach, and you basically have to make adjustments. Like Sarge, when Sarge tried to fight at 130, she was having trouble getting in on those bantamweights. I'm not saying Whaley will have the same trouble because Whaley is a better fighter, but she could have that trouble or something similar to that. Darby going out, boy. Darby said got my tickets for Bellator 300. They added McCann and McCourt. Yeah, I heard. Who you got that night? You got Chris or Kat or Lee Malay or Liz? Who you got? I gotta start getting some tickets, man. Darby, do you ever go to the Invicta fights, man? I need to get some tickets to Invicta FC, man. I gotta make my way out there one day, man. Been watching Invicta for a long time, and The years gone by, and I still haven't got my tickets to go, man. What kind of fan am I, huh? I mean, I was in school at the time, then working, and a lot of stuff going on that every time an Invicta event would come up, it was too late to plan for it, you know? Because I would, if I was to go to an Invicta event, where are they? Arkansas, Kansas City, or something like that. Then they do them in Colorado. I would actually have to get a room and set up and stuff. So I haven't really had a chance to do that. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Joseph's opinion's done. She won't be champ again. She can hang out with Valentina complaining about it, man. Robot Chick said, please tell me why Smith and Span is the co-main over Santos and Blanchfield. Right. I don't know, man. I kept thinking that this was the co-main. I kept thinking I was going to have to get on later because Santos Blanchfield was the co-main, but then I went and looked and I was like, oh man, it's the doggone second fight on the main card. I was like, why is that? Whatever. Darby said, no, I used to go to the UFC, but they don't come to LA anymore. Last one I went to was Jones Cormier too. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a while ago. Okay. Robert, oh, let me see. Joy B said, do you believe Erin is greatness? I think that she has the ingredients to be a champion. I think she has those ingredients. That's why I put her in my triple threat. I think Erin is definitely, because she's young too, man. Like she's young, competitive, and she's not a pushover. Like she's got the attitude of a competitive fighter. Like Erin's got a mean streak in her. So I think Erin has those ingredients to get the belt. Um, the way she trains and the way she improves in fights is definitely gonna get her to a point where she's a better and better fighter. So if she can win this fight, I definitely say, she's on her way to like greatness at WMMA, because right now, yeah, she's definitely championship. I think she is like went from contender status to like a future champ, but like holding on to it and keeping it going. I want to see her do something. I want to see her do something a little. What's the word I'm looking for in this fight? I want to see her be dominant in this fight, definitely. But I want to see her have to like really, really dig for it. Robert Harris said, "What time's the fight card starting at 3 in the morning?" Shoot, might as well be. No, it starts in 4 hours. Yeah, it starts in about 4 hours. So I might catch the first couple fights, and then I'm gonna crash for a couple hours and get back up and watch the rest. All right, let's see what we got here. Joseph said good night. Live chat as always. Oh yeah, man. Catch you on the next one, man. After the fight card, I'll get back on. We'll talk about the fights later, man. All right. Oh, high five. What's up? High five in the building. Early slash late, or late slash early over here. Laurie said, "Doesn't Erin Blanchfield remind you of Rousey? She has an arrogance to her, like she knows she can beat her." No, not really. I don't get that Rousey vibe from her, man. I get more like I just get like a confident vibe, not a cocky vibe. Like I get a confident vibe where she knows that the work she puts in is what's making her better, not just like some arrogance, like, oh, I'm better than you, just because I can be meaner. I don't get that vibe from Erin. Like I get, let me see, who can I compare it to? I think from watching boxing, I get more of a Terrence Crawford vibe from like Erin Blanchfield. She's kind of quiet, doesn't talk a lot, but she's mean. Like she's got a mean streak to her, and she puts in the work, and she knows the work that she's putting in is better. Like I think she's just she just got that assurance about her. That she's good to go. Like I don't get that type of thing. I think it's just confidence. I think it's more like a Terrence Crawford vibe than a Ronda Rousey vibe. Ronda Rousey was just like boisterous, boy. Like, and she knew, like, to me, she just knew a lot of them girls weren't hanging with her with her judo, and it came to a point where she was just feeling herself. I don't think Erin's like feeling herself. She knows that she has to work. Like, the louder you are ain't gonna win you a fight, and she knows that. The better you are, the harder you train, you can walk with a sense of even a slight arrogance because oh, I know this girl ain't touching me here because I know what I'm capable of. I know the work I put in. You know, that's how Erin is. I think Erin just carries herself off of the work she does. It's not like, oh, okay, I've done a few things and now I can be loud. Oh, it's good to be loud. Oh, it's how I got to be. I got to be in your face all the time talking trash. Nah. Easy says she's a typical Jersey girl. They built from Jersey. They built different in Jersey. Trust. Yeah, I agree, man. Like most of the girls I have dated as of recently, like New York, not Jersey, but the I can see the difference in those type of girls, and it's a good thing. I like it. Hers is more of an attractive quality. I think Erin Blanchfield, the way she approaches MMA to me is more of an attractive quality as far as having fans attracted to the fight game. Even bringing in more men MMA fans for her. I think they'll be more attractive to her fighting, her character more because it's not loud and boisterous. Mastermind said, "Will Erin be the next Ronda Rousey? I mean, star power." No, it's gonna be hard to ever touch that. Like, I don't think anybody's ever gonna come close to like the Ronda Rousey star power now. Like being a better fighter than Ronda, of course she can do that. She's already doing that now. She's on her way to being a better fighter. But being star, that's going to be hard to touch. I don't think any woman touches that now. Lolita said, "What's the difference? What's the difference in what?" Easy said, "Tell me why Savannah Marshall's always wearing those stupid jackets." I don't know. Well, I don't know what jacket you talking about. You talking about them like tweed jackets or those those tweed or those argyle socks looking jackets? Robert Henry said, "I noticed something about Erin's facial expression at the weigh-in. Something about her look said to me that she needs all the focus and skills to win this fight. I think that's her overall. I think that's just her overall attitude, though. She's I don't think it's like a deal breaker for saying that. Oh, this is a big. She knows it's a big task, or like she's afraid. I think that's that look she always has. Like she gave that look to Miranda too. When she's gonna shake hands with Miranda. Not she didn't even shake hands with Miranda when they fought. And when Molly McCann was in her face that night, she had the same look. I think that's the look that she always has. And the look she gave today or last night or this morning, yesterday morning, the look she gave yesterday morning, that's her locked in look. And she wasn't backing down. So I was like, okay, yeah, I like that. So we're gonna get a good fight, man. We're gonna get a good fight here, I think. Running Ring said O'Malley's becoming a star. Yeah, like somebody like O'Malley is like, I don't really, he's okay. But when you talk star, it's kind of like a different category. Like star require you to be some type of controversial figure or just sometimes a clown. I mean, some clowns can fight though. Some clowns can fight. Victor said Rousey generated all the buzz for WMA. Yes, she did. I mean, Gina Carano was like one of the originals, but as far as like putting it higher up on the map because she went to the UFC, yeah, Ronda did do that. I5 said no. Erin is super hyped after beating. Is super hyped after beating Andrade. Okay. I know Sugar Sean trying to call out Tank for a boxing match, trying to get knocked out. Aljo called O'Malley high fructose corn syrup. He sure did, and that it didn't work, man. Too bad that joke didn't last, bro. Man, and much like high fructose corn syrup, you put him down. High fructose corn syrup is bad for you, and you see what it does to you. It could put you down like that. Too much of it will put you down. Troy B said, final prediction for Erin versus Taila. I'm not really gonna pick in this one. For me, Troy, I'm not gonna pick because they're both in my they're both on my top list of flyweights. I got to see this one play out. I give the edge of experience to Taila, so I could see her pulling it out because of that. But I think Erin has all the tools to win this fight. And I think her activity and her being more, just being more active is going to be a big part of possibly winning this fight. I don't really think that the size is going to play a big factor in this fight. I don't with Taila. I think that we're going to have a good even fought fight here. The grappling is going to be, um, it's going to be competitive, very competitive. It's going to be a good one, I think. But for me, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, normally like just off of instinct, Taila would be the edge just because of on paper, but I think Erin has some things that she can do in this fight. High Five said I think it's too soon. She needs more experience. It's Santos's time. I think yeah, there was a point where Erin could have got more, but she took the opportunity. And I think that with that, it's going to force her to get better. It's either going to force her into a fight where she might, yeah, she might not be ready and have to go back and get the more experience, or it might be a moment where she levels up and says, okay, I can only get that experience in the gym, kind of like Grasso did. When they gave Grasso the Valentina fight, she was ready. She had to say, you know what, no more other fights, no biting down and waiting. I got to rise to the occasion. I don't think the confidence is too much off of the Andrade fight. I think she's just ready to go. She's just ready to do something. She's just that type of fighter. James said that Bud compared. Yeah, well, the Bud comparison is the only that I could like one that comes to mind right now, because of course she doesn't have as many championships because it's ain't boxing, but she is that type of person. Like, when you provoke her, she'll talk, like Bud does. Once you start talking trash, she'll come back at you. Once you say something to Bud, Bud will fire back at you. And Aaron's the same way, so they have that quiet demeanor about them, but they're killers. I think Erin is a killer. Like, Erin may miss that other level to grow, but she's a killer. Cold blooded. Oh, James Prince, like cold blooded killer. Hey, if they go in there and do it, yeah. I think Suarez let the Andrade fight win get to her head, not Erin. Yeah, I agree with you, Robot. Check it out. I don't. Well, I don't think. Well, I think Suarez feels like it earned her a title shot. I think so, but Erin didn't really like go crazy over the win. She just took the fight. She knew it was a short notice fight, But yeah, she did. Lolita said Erin is like Tyson Fury. Not at all, man. Tyson is crazy and loud. Like, they're two different. They're like polar opposites. So like Tyson Fury is a loudmouth. Tyson Fury is more like Ronda Rousey when it comes to like character. He's more of a wrestler. He's got more of the wrestling type of character. He loud. He's wild acting. Smart fighter. Good fighter, but he's a little bit more like loud and in your face to me. And always does weird stuff. But Erin is more chill. Wow, Easy Suspense need to stop hanging out with those untalented rappers in Texas. I like Spence, but look, don't bring up rap to me, man. Because hey, like I said, hey, I ain't a big fan of rap music, and I mean, if you're talking about today's rap, I'm sure you're right. Because I definitely ain't feeling the rap scene. Like, if you a fighter, you really don't need to be hanging around them rappers, because yeah, they ain't gonna teach you how to fight. You ever see them videos of them throwing punches? That's all I gotta say. Ain't nobody, ain't nobody scared of a rapper. Maybe back in the well, you might have to be fearful of somebody who shows a lot of fear, because they might do something more drastic than try to punch you, right? They might try to end your life. So I will say that, like, be a little bit more on guard with somebody that doesn't know how to fight, and they do more of a coward move and try to pull a gun, something like that, pull a weapon on you. Matt W said, "Stay looking away from Spanston. Spanston. I don't know what that means." Let me see. Robert Henry said, "Tight Spirit is like the Stay Puff Marshmallow Man on acid." Yeah, he's definitely like loud. Victor said, "Rap now. You already don't know what they rap." Right, man. I I used to like catch a song every now and then, but I don't even listen like that now. Like I stopped listening to the radio like 10 or 12 years ago, and when I did turn it on, I was like, I don't like this. Robot says Suarez was bragging about her striking improved. He fought Andrade with a full camp. Andrade was short notice. Um, Erin is just young, hungry, selling fights with her confidence. Right. Selling it with her confidence, but not with arrogance. Not with like overconfidence and cockiness. Like she sells it with confidence. Runner said Drake. I'll pass on some of the Drake. I'll play some instrumentals. That's all I'll play. Like some of the rap instrumentals. But when it comes to actual lyrics now, I don't listen to none of that stuff, man. These Momo rappers be rapping in tongues. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't even call it that. They might be rapping. They ain't rapping in tongues. They might be rapping some devil stuff. They might be rapping some witchcraft or something, man. From what they be sounding like. Louis just said, "You know what? I don't like Bad Bunny trash music." Oh, him too. I seen some stuff on him. Woo, wow. I'm definitely not saying I'm a perfect person, but what I'm saying when I see like what Bad Bunny promotes, is oof, that guy's too weird. No, High Five said no one has more fight views than Whaley at 1.9 billion. A lot of those girls from the Ukraine, they have a lot of views though. On the lower circuit, like Octagon, I was looking at Octagon, and Octagon has a lot of, what's that girl's name? There's a few of them. I'm from Toronto, and I'm still not a fan of Drake. We have the same circle of friends, and my cousin is Nico. That he said he got the same circle. He still don't like Drake. He ain't even like Drake on Degrassi High. What about his Degrassi days? Lolita said promoting casual sex, misogynistic, nasty stuff. Young kids love it. Yeah. I don't. A lot of that stuff. Even like the old rap used to do that. That's why I had to like turn my head around from it, man. Because I was like, yo, some of this stuff is just too much. And I get it, it's catchy because we all get into it, but there comes a point where you just have to be like, man, you know what? I have to kind of tone it down, slow it down a little bit, and stop listening to it. And it's hard, yeah. Easy's the only rapper I can get with his Kendrick Lamar. I don't like Kendrick Lamar either, though. I really don't. I don't like Kendrick either. Like my Bone group, that's it. Like that's the only group I'll probably go back and listen to. Or still listen to Bone, but what's his name? Lupe. I used to listen to Lupe. Like I could probably still turn him on every now and then, but it depends. I just listen to a lot of old R&B and some 80s new wave. Nothing takes place at like some 80s stuff though, like 80s new wave and synth music like that. That's still like some of the best music. Rap is too much as you grow older. Victor said, "Yeah, you're not lying, man. Like, and that proves when you getting older, man. You just like, oh, this is too much. Like when you get older, you just got to be like, what y'all talking about? It's nasty." I think one of the things that gets to me too is like when some of the rappers that are in their 50s are still dressing like a 20-year-old. When you got rappers still, rappers that I grew up that were older than me, already in their 50s, almost pushing 60, still dressing like a teenager. That is funny. That is funny. You be like, what are you doing? Robot said you like Jada Kiss. I used to listen to Jada Kiss. I used to. Easy said you should get Vaporwave if you like 80s music. Vaporwave, you should get into Vaporwave. Let me see. Vaporwave. Vaporwave. Okay. I just typed it in. It's just like a bunch of like long playlists or something, like long Vapor Vision music streams. Okay. I'll save it. Oh yeah, Robot Chicken. I still like Mint Condition. He said that's one of his favorite groups. Yeah, I like Mint Condition. I like Mint Condition. Goes from said, what's short notice in your I think 2 months is enough time to prepare now. 2 weeks is short notice. Um going by UFC standards and the way they stay active and the way they ask for fights, 2 months wouldn't be too bad. Well, I put it this way: 2 months to me would be short notice for like a title fight. But for any other type of fight, I think that would be fair enough because they're used to quick turnaround time. You know, I still would kind of consider it short, like anywhere like 2 months, 2 weeks to 2 months. That is kind of short, but it's definitely a short for like a championship fight to me. 2 months is short notice for championship fight. But if you're an active fighter and you're answering the call, in the way your fights are being made, you come back every 3-4 months. 2 is not too bad, but a month, 2 weeks, that kind of is short. And especially you're losing too, like, because let me see. Because I'm thinking of somebody that is used to it, but they're winning, when they're being consistent. But if you just like answering the call and your last performance don't really show like the growth, or like it's obvious that you're just going in there and getting beat up, there's something wrong there. If that makes sense. Like there's some fighters that be like, oh, I'm ready, call me, I'm ready, call me. And they'll be on that consistent fight schedule. That's how they do. But to me, if a fighter loses in bad fashion multiple times, 2 months really ain't enough time for them to prepare. It's not really, especially if they just got their behind handed to them in the last fight. Let me think. Your boxing, they 2 months is a short notice fight with boxers. Like they just don't do it. But like MMA fighters, they do come back like at least 3. But yeah, 2. I would say 2 when you're ranked. that can kind of be a short notice, because as the competition gets tougher, you do have to train harder. You have to train harder. I'm just kind of looking at the calendar right now. That's why I'm just kind of doing the math with it and kind of picturing it in my head right now. Yeah, two might be a little. Yeah, 2 months sometimes. I'm trying to keep it top 15 too. Like I'm looking at top 15 for 2 months, and you're looking at like some of the people that you fight. Yeah, 2 months might be a little too quick. I'll say that. It is a little too quick, yeah. Ms. Eileen said Dana is looking for a big China payday, possibly a Weili Yan fight. Yeah, Dana is, but Weili don't really want that fight. She says Suarez. I want the Weili Yan fight. I think that would be a big fight for China. Brandy by the OJs, okay. Excuse me. High five said I prefer Cardi than Minaj. Oof. I'll pass on both of them. Easy said I remember boxers were coming up back and they were fighting every 3 months. I remember they used to fight at least like 3 or 4 times a year. Now they only fight 1 or 2 times. And I ain't gonna lie, Easy, that's why Spence, I got caught up in the hype too. Like I was like, Spence likes to fight big fights. Great. Good on him. But tune-ups are important, man. You got to fight at least 3 times a year, man. You got to fight 3 times a year. Colossus said, just my imagination. Yeah, that's a great song by the Temptations. That's a great song. I was just listening to that other David Ruffin song, one of his singles, that My Whole World, was it My Whole World Ended When You Left? Something like that. High Five said Cardi is a beast. I don't know. Boxing or 15-round fights in the night. No, boxing were 15 rounds in the 80s. They stopped that in the 90s. Let me look that up. I remember that date. Somebody told me, when was the last 15-round fight? Yeah, because in the 90s, they only had, okay, wait. The last heavyweight 15-round fight was in 87. Okay. The last 15-round middleweight fight was in 97. Yeah. That last heavyweight fight. That's why I was in the 87. Okay. Yeah, 15 rounds is too much. 15 rounds is too much. Yeah. High Five said fight starts at 8 a.m. Yeah. Well, the early prelims start at 5 a.m. for me. Singapore starts at 10 a.m. Yeah, 5 a.m. in a few more hours. 6 at main card at 8. Prelims at 5 for him too. Yep. Darby said UFC has to go to China with Weili and Yan, right? They already gambled once with Weili. Yeah. With Lemos. Yeah. It would have to go to China. The next card in China is what, in December? Is that where they want to hold it? Let me see here. UFC 294, 285. No, they don't even have nothing like fully scheduled yet. So they want to do December, but I don't even see a December card yet for China. So they probably would. But if Weili wants to take the rest of the year off, they might push it back. Colson said he's shutting his machine down early. He said 5 a.m. Yeah, it ain't too long. It ain't too far away now. Lolita said, "Who here besides James and Stamina lives somewhere else in the United States?" I believe High Five does. I think yeah, Six does. He's from Canada, and uh, Straya's not here tonight, but Straya does. I think JP comes in here every now and then. He's from like the UK. JP's from the UK. There's another couple other people from the UK in here. Not tonight, but Biz Eileen said, anyone following Alicia Baumgartner, she's a powerhouse. Yeah, I follow Alicia. I also heard about the situation with her, like recently popped. What do you think about that, Ms. Eileen? Like, what's your take on that? I heard she tested positive like about a week or so ago. I mean, she's a good boxer, so I don't know why she would have to pop. Like, she would have to take anything, Pretty quick boxer, has a pretty good skill set. But I'm trying to wait on see what happened with this situation with her, testosterone or something like androgenone, two different substances she came up dirty with. They're supposed to be fighting that or something, saying that could have been contaminated. So we'll see. Victor said Yon got ragdolled by Carla. Whaley will murder Yon. Maybe she stepped it up though, man. Like she has been working on the game. I hope it can make it a better fight though. Uh-oh. Robert Henry said, yeah, Zama's from another planet, of course. Yeah, he's my favorite extraterrestrial. He watches fights through three sets of eyes. Yeah, adrenalone, yeah, and testosterone or something like that. Lolita said Ali was gonna quit when he fought Frazier, but Frazier quit first. Yeah, I remember him saying that. He said he was just on the verge of quitting, but Frazier had stopped. That fight in the Philippines, 15 rounds in over 100-degree weather, that was a fight. That was a fight. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, y'all hit that like button. Y'all still sticking it out with me tonight. It's already been a couple hours and this past midnight, way past midnight now. Y'all ever think Amanda Nunes will come back? I hope she don't though, man. I hope Amanda doesn't come back. Yeah, 15 rounds is too much, Victor. Like, I'm glad they did cut it down to 12. Mm. Gabby said, does Whaley finish Yawn or does it go the distance? Oh, man. I think if Whaley carries her, if Whaley doesn't have that killer instinct in that fight, it could go the distance. Because Whaley actually seems like she doesn't have any ill will towards Yawn or like she doesn't want to fight like that. So but when you get in the cage, it's a different story. Whaley might go in there and try to finish her. Like if it goes the distance, I think it would be because she's trying to, draw it out, maybe not hurt her. Easy said, nah, man, it's done. She'll only come back for a mega fight. Yeah. I don't even think she needs to come back for a mega fight. I hope she doesn't. Robert Henry said, turning it in. I'll at you tomorrow evening for sure, man. I'll catch you tomorrow. Who's your last minute pick, Robert? Who you got? Did you say Tyler or Erin? I was just about to bring that fight up, Colostrum. I was just about to bring that fight up. Gomez, who y'all got? Denise Gomez or Angela Hill? That is going to be. That could be, and that could be Angela Hill's retirement fight. That could be her retirement fight. If Denise Gomes go in there and blast her out, that could be it. But to get Denise Gomes to land that right hand, you got to be standing in front of her. And I don't know which Angela Hill is going to show up. If Angela Hill shows up moving and shaking, she might take away the right hand. But if Angela Hill shows up like she did against Mackenzie Dern, Denise Gomes knocks her out. Yeah, Denise Gomes, she knows how to set up the right hand, man. She does. Ms. Eileen said didn't know about Baumgartner testing positive. That's why I tuned into your combo. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's been around on other channels, boxing channels, Ms. Eileen, but honestly, most channels are just kind of gossiping about it, or some are trying to throw it to the side, or I don't know the whole situation with it myself. Like, I know that she did, her test came up, but I don't know if like it got contaminated like she said. But as far as like some people saying that it's not true, she went on the record to answer it. She did say that that's what they said about her test, but she's supposed to find out what the issue was. Robert Harris says Santos by decision. Good night. Okay, he got Santos by decision. Gabby said Whaley has gotten 3 bonuses in all, or 3 last fights, so she could get motivated. White guys and go for the kill. Yeah, she probably could. And you never know, Jan might say something to make Whaley snap too. Yeah, Gomez's power. That's the thing about her power hand. She sets it up. And man, like when she fought Yasmin Jauregui, I was like, is Yasmin gonna come in here and try to make an exciting punching fight? If she does, that's gonna be a mistake. And she does it. Less than like 20 seconds, Denise Gomes sets 2 nice right hands up and knocks her out. And Denise Gomes' hands, like before that, they really weren't that great, but the way she set up her punches in her last couple fights, lets you know that she's generating power. She's throwing a better right hand than Jessica Andrade is, and she trains with Andrade, right? Gabrielle said, how far does Denise Gomes get in the rankings? I think Denise Gomes can get in top 10 from what I've seen and the way the division looks right now. Because let's say Michelle Waterson loses to Marina Rodriguez next month or November. She might retire. Tisha might move down the rankings. Denise Gomes has a chance to slide in here. So I think Denise Gomes can make it to top 10. When some of these other girls move or they fall out of the rankings. Hopefully Gomes wins. We need some new blood in the ranks. Yeah. What's crazy about Yasmin is, we were all saying everybody wants to see her work on a ground game, but nobody really seen this coming. Like, we thought somebody was going to take her down and maybe beat her on the ground, right? But Yasmin gets beat by another puncher. She goes in there and gets knocked out in the first round. That was crazy, man. So that just says, man, this girl got to work on her defense in her range. I don't know what she doing. That wasn't good though. Robot Chicken said you can tell Denise is improving. Yeah, her and Yasmin Lucindo. I think Yasmin Lucindo is going to make it the top 10. Yasmin Lucindo is fighting Elise Reed. I think Lucindo wins that fight. Denise is another Lemos. No, Lemos is still a scary fighter alongside Andrade. I think Denise Gomes is really her own fighter because I think Denise Gomes, she has a good clinch game and she can fight on the ground too. Like she's strong. Like she's not like Lemos. She sets her right hands and left hooks up nice. She don't overswing too. Gabby said Lucinda will get ranked after Elise fight. Yeah, that'll be like her third win. She should be ranked. Oh yeah, another strawweight fight. Who do you think is going to win between Amanda Ebos and what is her name? Who do you think wins between Amanda Ebos and Luana Pinheiro? I guess her fractured orbital bone wasn't too bad. Ms. Eileen said, I think the Chinese would prefer to see Weili defeat an American fighter before Yan. Yeah, Weili's thinking is like that. I think most are thinking like that. I know DC said he wants to see Weili and Yan. Like, I'd like to see it. But yeah, I think they would rather see Weili fight Tatiana. There's a big group of them like Weili and a lot of Chinese fighters that think like that want her just to go ahead and like continue to dispatch with these American fighters. Darby said Marta said definitely losing to Rodriguez. Yeah, I got Rodriguez winning that again. High Five said Weili Andrade Lemos give their opponents sleepless nights. You said Jan said the Chinese like Weili more. Ebos, if her chin holds up against Pinheiro, okay. Yeah, because Pinheiro got some heavy hands. Closeman said one day they got to feed us Loma versus Lucindo. Ooh. I don't know, man. I think Lucindo might win that fight. I think Loma got good kicks and stuff, but I think Lucindo might be big for her. Because Lucindo did fight at 125. And Lucindo's a good counterpuncher, too. I think if Lucindo fought Yasmin Haurigi again now, I would probably go with Lucindo now. Because she's made some nice improvements in her last few fights. She stopped getting hit clean as much. I mean, Poliana did touch her a couple of times, but she knew how to step out of range and get back in and get takedowns in that fight too. So I noticed Yasmin Lucindo don't try to just go in there and trade as much. You know, she don't just try to go in there and bang like that anymore. She tries to mix it up. So I think Lucindo's been showing more improvement in just that small time frame when they fought last year. Yeah, we were just talking about it, Mastermind. Yeah, that fight's booked because we're saying if Lucinda wins, she might get ranked, right? If Pinheiro wins against Ebos, does she get thrown into the top 5? She's the only fresh face moving up the ranks. I don't think she gets thrown into the top 5. She might get to fight a top 5. But I don't think they put her in the top 5 like that. Let me see who's in the top 5 right now. Like, who knows? They might make her and Carla fight because that fight was supposed to happen. Like, when Carla comes back, or her and Tisha might fight because Tisha's coming back in the spring. That's the perfect turnaround. Tisha wants to come back in the spring of 2024. So Ebos fights in November. She'll be fighting again in like another 4 or 5 months. So Ebos versus Tisha Torres, or Ebos versus Lemos. So yeah, she might not get thrown into the top 5. Ebos might fight Lemos next year, something like that. And I see Lemos getting back on her knockout ways, maybe. Maybe. Whoever's managing Ebos should be fired. What a mismanaged career she has had. Yeah, she's been jumping around a lot, man. Like, I didn't think it was a good idea for her to just jump to fight Chikagan at the time. Then you got to have her jumping back and forth, just taking all these weird fights. She doesn't really have like a straight path. Like Grasso's just been going up and up and up and up the flyweight. Ebos has been jumping around and round and round. 6 at Yon KO's Lemos. You think so? I mean, she might outwork her. I could see her outworking her because she did outwork Marina Rodriguez. I think she could. When you put their boxing on the line, I think she could outwork her. But knockout, I don't know about knockout. She might knock her out. No, she might outwork her and possibly even like out clinch her on the cage. You think the UFC is trying to rebuild Marina? Hence why they gave her the Waterson fight. They could be. Or they could just be trying to, give her somebody in the meantime that style fits her, She's number 9 right now. She's fighting 13. And I mean, from there, she's pretty much everybody else is going to be a rematch. It's going to be weird pickings for her. So they probably just had to start somewhere. Easy said, Ebos reminds me of Calvio when she's on her streak, but without the winning. Wow. Ebos will actually, I think Ebos has more commitment, though. Yeah. Yeah, Lemos does go off balance big time. And yeah, that's a good point. Jan does have some good counters. So as a boxer, yeah, she could catch her. Yeah, think about it. Yeah, because Lemos had some ugly, ugly executions in this Wei Lee fight, where if Wei Lee was a much quicker technical boxer, she probably could have caught her at the time. Because there were a couple of times she was just, I mean, yeah, Wei Lee did drop her in the 5th round? Yeah, she dropped her with the right hand. So yeah, you never know, man. Just playing back that fight and looking at how she was swinging off balance and her head was right there. I'm punching her in the ear one time. She goes down, knock off her equilibrium like that, man. So it's there. Colostrum said Gomez versus Lucindo, power versus power. Ooh, that fight right there. That fight spells concussion. Somebody getting a concussion that night. Yeah, I saw Tisha Torres' baby. Tisha's got her baby out. Carla's about to have her little baby. Victor said Lemos after 3rd round. Lemos throw anything when she's on the feet. High Five said Lemos would submit Tatiana after she lands one clean shot to her long face. Wow. High Five is crazy, man. He said Lemos would submit Tatiana like that after one punch to her face. I'm trying to see that. Lemos, man, like she didn't. If Lemos doesn't set those punches up, Tatiana will take her down. I think Tatiana take her down. Like she didn't set anything up in this Wei Lee fight. And this is coming from somebody that picked Lemos, man. Like I picked, Lemos. I gave Lemos the edge. Like I didn't have Lemos like clear winning, but I just gave her the edge when it came down to style. And she couldn't even execute the style. Like she couldn't even clip Wei Lee or put Wei Lee in trouble. And she clipped Wei Lee a couple of times, but she never really like put Wei Lee in trouble. So to think she would do that though to Suarez, I don't think so, man, because she had 5 rounds to do this and she never made the proper adjustments against Wei Lee to even win a clear cut round against Wei Lee. And remember, I picked Lemos. But she didn't do anything in this fight to put Wei Lee in trouble. So I don't think she puts a big, powerful, strong wrestler like Suarez in trouble like that. She didn't throw any leg kicks. She threw body kicks, naked body kicks. So Suarez will catch those kicks and take her down. If she takes her down, we already know Suarez is going to be physically stronger. We saw how Lemos looks on her back. Tatiana going to get drowned. Nah, I don't think Lemos ain't gonna make Tatiana suffer on the feet, man. I don't think so. I don't think she'll make her suffer on the feet. Cause she didn't even throw no jab. She ain't set up no punches. She ain't set up the knockout punches. She got the knockout power, but she disappointed me. Look, I'm telling you, I picked Lemos to win. What I saw that night, she disappointed me, man. Like she did not jab. She did not set the knockout power up. The power is there, but what good is the power if you're not gonna set it up? If you didn't set it up against Wei Lee, how you gonna set it up against Tatiana Suarez? The opportunity was there. Wei Lee gave her moments in the second round, the third and fourth round. But when she didn't take advantage in jabbing and calf kick, Wei Lee drowned her and knocked her down in the 5th round. She said, "This is how you knock somebody down, Lemos. I know you got power." This is what Wei Lee said. Wei Lee was like, "Yo, Lemos, you got power, but watch this." And she knocked her down in the 5th round. And that's when I was like, oh, wow. She done Amanda Lemos. So I'm just saying, like, Lemos got power, but she just is not setting it up. Yeah, that's what I said, Victor. I said that a couple days ago. I said, yeah, Lemos looked like she was concussed after that first round because Wei Lee was drilling her in the face. She was drilling her in the face. Yeah, Robot Chicken said she probably get mauled. Yeah, she probably get mauled by Suarez. Everybody just gonna try to take Lemos down now. She kind of exposes on the ground. She has decent BJJ too, and it didn't even matter, right? Yeah, especially if you're big and you're strong. So Wei Lee does it. You know Suarez is gonna do it. You know Suarez is gonna put her on her back. Because she wasn't even throwing elbows off her back. Like when she was on her back, she was in trouble. She was breathing hard too. Close said, I felt bad for Lemos in round 5. Her arm was stuck and she couldn't do nothing but eat punches to the head. Yeah, man, I felt bad for her. And I was like, it's over. When she put her in that reverse crucifix, I think, was that the round? She punched her. She went down. Wei Lee went in after her, and then that arm was caught, and she just ate punches after punches. Strike after strike. High Five said Wei Lee isn't Tatiana. Lemos will make Tatiana suffer on defeat before submitting her. I don't know about that, man. Tatiana always sets up her takedowns with kicks, and Lemos will counter her with power. with a power punch. I don't know. Only if she feels bad about what she did in the last fight and says, I got to come back and be stronger. Maybe she lands a couple punches, but even then, I don't know, man. My girl didn't pull it through, man. Victor said after the knockdown fight should be called. Yeah, I thought after that knockdown was about to be over, man. Lemos got no combos, mainly 1-2. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. Like 1-2, 1-2, and that's it. See, Natalia Silva throws a 1-2 head kick combo. It's beautiful. It's quick. And it's got a combination of speed and power to it. She'll throw that 1-2 head kick, and they all land with intensity. And then she's back to reset and do another one because it's not too heavy. It's not too uncoordinated when she throws it. It's like at a nice rhythm. A lot of speed behind it. That speed is what is killing Andrea Lee. Natalia Silva throw 1-2 head kick, go right back to position, throw another combination, right back to position. Lemos has to get into that habit of throwing quick combination, heavy punch last, or mix it up in the middle. She got to mix up the rhythm. That's what I'm saying. I think Lemos is still dangerous. Weili is on another level. She lost to the champ. No shame in that. Yeah, she's still a dangerous fighter, but certain styles now see that. Tatiana will see that. He said, do y'all think Lemos will be timid? If you're going to take her down and you be powerful, that's going to be her kryptonite. Like, if she fights other strikers that are going to wait, like Marina Rodriguez, she can win, of course. Carla, she could probably win that fight. But if she's dealing with somebody big and strong and they take her down, man, you'll see. All right, 6 said those knees to the back of Lemos by Weili to get out of the first round. Dart choke attempt. Oh, yeah, I remember those. Those were some hard knees. I was looking at that too. That was good submission defense. I mean, it was like submission and offense. It was like offense and defense. Like to defend being submitted and to break out, she was kneeing the crap out of her back to get out. So I think that was a lot of wind taken out too, and a lot of pain on Lemos. Yeah, that was a good game plan to get that release out. So again, no panic from Weili. She just did a good job of beating that girl's body until she submitted. Always good to see Andrea Lee get beat up. BJ always called me out for that, man. He always be saying that's what I want to see. I don't remember saying that. Victor said Lemos on the feet is dangerous. She's dangerous now. She is dangerous. But if you get put on her back, she ain't. For sure. Ms. Eileen said Lee's shining moment was defeating Antonina. She's on the downside now. Right. That was it. And Calvillo. But the minute she stepped to Arujo, man. I don't feel any women's power have confidence. Yeah, no, there's not a lot of women with Lemos' punching power. I think it goes Lemos, then it goes like Andrade and Weili. They're kind of like the same. Weili, Andrade, they go under Lemos. Then like Marina Rodriguez would be like number 4 or something. Or Rose. Six said Weili was drilling those knees to Lemos' ribs. Yeah. All right. But I'm about to get up off here, y'all. Might sit back and chill before I catch this card, but I'm gonna catch y'all in the morning for the I'm gonna catch y'all in the morning for the Santos Blanchfield fight for sure. We're gonna watch this fight, y'all. So it'll be in another 6 hours my way. Until then, I'm gonna be chilling. Catch some other fights. Maybe watch a couple fights tonight. I'm gonna get up off of here. Appreciate everybody sticking through. Look at that. We've been on here for a minute too. And y'all still chilling with me. That's a good crowd right there. I always appreciate y'all. Well, some of y'all are on a different time zone too, so y'all can be up in this. Well, I'm a night person, so I'm always gonna be around. Ms. Ali said, nice chat. Good night, everyone. Yeah, appreciate you coming through as always. Colossus said, were you shocked that Lemos couldn't get a takedown when she clinched up with Whaley? Do you think she needs to do more strength training? I think, yeah, she needs more strength training because I thought she would at least get like a couple trips. Like I thought she might get a little sneaky one, like off of the cage. But when she didn't get any, I was kind of shocked. I was shocked like she didn't get any because, Rose did. Like even Lemos got her down the middle, man. Like, I mean, even Rose got her down, got Whaley down a couple of times. Like, I was like, what's going on here? Like, Lemos, you've been doing this a long time. Like, come on, get some. Like, when she couldn't do it, I was like, oh, yeah, the strength difference is here. So, yeah, it was kind of a shocker. I expected her to have more of a better transition on the ground. But when Whaley took over, I was like, okay, it's over here. Whaley's level up is just too much. She really put it on her in that fight, though. Man, wow. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. And we will be on for Santos Blanchfield in the morning. Gotta get some coffee for it. But I'm out, y'all. Peace. Yeah, Whaley's strong as an ox. Yeah, basically. Wow. Lemos was like a deer. I'm just playing. I'm out. Later.